Hey.
Oh my
And
god.
we're live.
Camille was supposed to introduce, but she's not because she's trying to set me up for failure. All right. Anyway, we're back with another recap of Married at First Sight. What is it? Season 12, episode 7. My name is Snacks. This is my lovely wife Camille. Yeah. You're petty. Oh my god.
So good.
So my wife is much more better than I am at doing introductions, and it's like I'm drowning over here. Save me.
I wasn't. You didn't think you was drowning.
It's like she's watching me drown.
I came in there and that's why I said it with you.
Please,
hey, that
me.
was my last cough drop you ate. Ugh.
We did the introduction. Would have been your cough drop.
Dang.
All right.
Ugh.
Now, what's up, guys? Want to get started?
Yeah. Let's start with yours first, babe, because you said you don't have much.
I ain't got no what?
You don't have many notes.
Oh, who you want to start with?
Okay, so let's see here.
I think at first I was thinking we should start with Chris and Paige, like we always do.
Oh, go ahead.
We can go Vinny Brianna.
We can go Vinny and Brianna, and finally we have some counsel. Finally, somebody then came in and
talk to him.
Pastor, what's I'm not supposed to call her Pastor Pepper. Dr. Pepper, finally. She don't be saying much of nothing to me anyways. But
the old lady? Yeah, no, my bad. She been absent this whole season.
Said something.
I don't remember.
She be saying one-liners. Every season, it be one-liners.
I don't even like.
Maybe I haven't seen the previous seasons. Maybe she was more active back in the day, and now she like let the young ones handle it.
Maybe, yeah. It's just
Dr. Viviana.
Even though Dr. Viviana, so the couples they can decide whether or not they need to consummate their marriage. That's all they.
All she doing is on there looking cute.
Basically,
she be put together.
Yeah. Marquise says the camera quality for me. Marquise, what it is. How you doing today, Marquise? Appreciate you pulling up per usual.
I know. But we can start with
Vinny and Brianna.
Yes.
So I didn't write down anything from them either. I suck today. But my take from it was that, I feel like first and foremost, do you feel like they're like thirsty?
I feel like Vincent, it might be a little premature.
Because they're like day 8.
Because Vincent is she's the I feel like she completes me.
And it's just
they never even live with each other yet. I'm not saying that you have to live with somebody to know that, but.
No, but it's like you should not be that much.
It's only been a week.
Talking about she's the woman that I can see myself with for the rest of my life.
For the rest of my life.
Chill. You got to chill.
Even if that's how you feel.
You just still damn near got to chill. Like, I don't even think you should feel that way. I don't know. I haven't been in that situation, so it's just like.
You ever fallen in love with somebody quickly?
No. Not in no goddamn 8 days. He's like.
Yeah, it was days. When he said that, it might have been day 7 of marriage. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, like day 7. Day 8 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So, no, that's my take from it. Like, bro, chill. That was my take from the actual conversation with Pastor Cal. I feel like Pastor Cal kind of peeped. Like, maybe y'all are...
Hey, it's Giovanni. What's up?
The homie Giovanni. What's good?
Coming through.
Every time. Chris is under the bridge. Trash. He be thirsty for the Chris slander. I'm not mad at you, bro. Chris is... The water under the dumpster trash. Yeah, we're gonna get to Chris. We're talking about Brianna and Vinny right now.
Vinny, Champagne Vinny.
Champagne Vinny. How do you feel about the Pastor Kyle conversation?
I think he was right to say that. I mean, y'all, it's gonna be some disagreements. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they did kind of mention that she's assertive. And then again, I feel like I was her when she was like, but I don't want to come off rude.
Yeah. The similarities between y'all are ridiculous.
It's
scary.
Very scary.
And between me and Vinny, damn,
it's the way too. The way he handled it, because he was very careful with his wording, which I think is important for women like me and Brianna. Like he said, dang, what did he say? What I was just, let me see if I wrote it down.
He was saying like, you're not a bad person.
Yes. He said it doesn't make you a good or a bad person.
Yes, it's just the way you're saying it.
It's just the way
they're facts.
Yeah, and he said it's just the way you are. It's not that you're a good or a bad person. There's just a character of
that's how you communicate.
That's how you communicate.
Yeah.
And I definitely wholeheartedly, because that's like my concern. Like I can be super like assertive, or I don't know if assertive is the word, but
it's not assertive. It's y'all want things done the way y'all want things done.
Yes, not because we have the intention of like bossing people around, but it's because I just think this is the way to do it.
And then Vinny's like, y'all gotta chill. Like, you gotta chill. Like,
you gotta chill.
There's ways to tell me how you want things to be done. And there's ways not to tell me.
And he said it's your tone.
It's all in tone.
My tone be off.
So you're not as bad as Brianna. But the thing is, they haven't really showed Brianna's like.
We haven't heard her in that situation.
What we've seen so far, that's like child's play. Like, bro, you gotta get. That just seems like how your woman is. And I damn near feel like she does like say things in a joking manner. Like,
I think so too, because like when she was like, "That's very Vincent of you." That's very
Vinny of you. And Vinny was like,
yeah. Let me see.
It's not Vinny. And then what else? What else happened during the Pastor Kyle thing? I want to talk about. That's why
between them two, those two. Let me see if I have a note that might.
Shout out to Wives, man, because I did not write down anything. Giovanni said, "By the way, love y'all chemistry together." Told my wife I feel like I've known them for years. Man, we appreciate that. Their vibe is so good. Y'all have an amazing vibe on camera. Appreciate it a lot. I love see these vlogs. Hey, we appreciate that, bro.
Thank you. And thanks for always coming through every week.
Man, these long comments I be nervous, bro. Like, damn, I gotta read all of that.
It's like in class where you gotta
it's like popcorn when you get called.
Right, popcorn. I never understood when we had popcorn while my friends would call me. Don't call on me.
Well, I used to do that too, though. I used to be petty. Like, yeah,
don't
I would
call
definitely
on me. You know I get nervous.
Because y'all be hiding in the back. Well,
I be down.
Hope you don't call me. But no, we appreciate that, Giovanni.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't think of what else I wanted to talk about.
Let me see. Oh, I did say something. I said, it could be Brianna's tone, but it also sounds a little bit to me like some of Vincent's insecurities.
I think that could be a part of it.
You know what I mean? Like maybe somebody belittled him and made him feel, because from the way that they presented it to us, it seemed like she was joking. She didn't really trip that hard about cleaning it up.
No.
The mess up.
No.
But he took
that's where you guys, that's where they differ at.
What?
You and Brianna. Camille ain't giving me no high five if I spill some champagne on the floor.
What I
Just
said,
throw that out there right now.
What I said to Snacks was, she's high fiving now, but after 9 years of cleaning up champagne off the floor, she might not be high fiving too eagerly.
She was thinking, it's all right.
It's all right, boo.
I was looking like
that's real cute on day 11 of marriage.
Yeah.
But baby, after he did that.
Danielle says she's just awkward because she is so into him. Are you talking about Brianna?
So. It could be. So? I think she really likes him, and she doesn't want to hurt his feelings. She doesn't want to offend him. I really wholeheartedly get that. Because if she's similar to me, even though I don't know her, I kind of am like the same way. Like, yeah, like I said, yes, I'm this, yes, I'm that, but I don't want to hurt your feelings, and I hate when I come off rude because I love you. Like, I don't want you to be sad or upset with me. Yeah. You know?
I mean, so far he's giving me the same vibes as like, I don't know how you take, criticism. So I don't want to say the wrong thing. Like you said, I don't want to blow up. But I think Pascal had a great response. Like, bro, you're gonna blow up. Mm-hmm. You're gonna say some things you don't want to say.
That is a good observation. He does not know how she's gonna take criticism. And with a woman like what we see Brianna as being, you don't know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And because she's so nice, you don't want to blow up on her. I think it's kind of like with me. You know what I mean? Like
she knows she's not trying to be mean.
She just comes off. She don't know how to communicate in a way that doesn't come off rude.
That's conducive to a relationship.
Yes, but you know her heart, and that's what Pastor Cal said to one of the couples. It's like when you guys do argue, you know, that's gonna be a thing, but at least you know their heart. And I feel like with Brianna, like,
that was another. Pastor Cal was
he was on it today. He was on it today. Like, he was basically saying, like, you know, with Brianna, I feel like she might come off this way, she might do this, but I think Vincent knows her heart, and if she like works on trying to, you know,
it's a learning process. Better communicator. It's a learning process.
But she picks up after people. She said that about herself. It don't matter who you are, she's gonna pick up after you. Yeah. And I do that too, but that offends people. People because it's like, why are you picking up after me? So are you saying that I'm like... I think
it offends people if they don't know. Again, I think that all goes back to like heart and understanding someone's intentions. Yeah. You're not picking up after them because you think they're messy. You just like a clean environment.
Yes. Facts.
Trust me, I don't even think it took me. Maybe I just appreciated it early on. I don't think it took me a long time to learn that. It was just like, oh, okay, you're clean. I'm not necessarily the cleanest. Clean up for a nigga, and we gonna be smooth. Granted, sometimes you're gonna get upset that, you know, I don't clean up as much, but it's cool. You just work it out. I saw Marquis said something about I look like Omar Epps.
Girl, poo. I thought the same thing. And I used to love me some Omar Epps. You know, I love me a chocolate Omar man. Epps. Huh?
I don't look like Omar Epps.
Babe, sometimes you be giving me those vibes. Embrace it. You got your little gold. Go ahead. Little gold on chocolate. Go ahead.
Camille bought me a gold necklace.
I did.
Anything else on
okay.
What's their name? Champagne Vinny. Do you think that's going to be a like determining factor for them at the end?
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. I agree.
It is a learning curve.
I think like a lot of things on the show, everything is slightly dramatized. I don't think it's going to end up being like, you know, a real situation. You can tell she has been single for a while too. Facts. Y'all get family in armor. I get that all the time.
They both handsome.
Anywho.
But yeah. So cool. It shouldn't be. I'm still rooting for them.
Yeah, I think they're still my favorite couple.
Yeah, they are. They just got some differences. That's all it is. It's differences.
And you're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
You cannot be married to the same person.
We are different.
We are very different. But we also have some similarities, but we are different.
But we are different. And the differences are what make a relationship. You're supposed to be different to a certain degree. Like, I think it would be weird. Not weird. I don't know. Those couples I see when they're like
themselves.
I don't even like me like that.
Yes, you do.
I don't want to date me. So yeah, that's all we got for Champagne Vinny and Brianna. Who you want to move on to next?
Okay.
You're trying to knock this out tonight.
We are, y'all. Okay. So let me just make sure. I think I got all the points from that. I did want to say this. I said Vincent's apartment doesn't look lived in. It looks too nice.
They be capping on them apartments.
Y'all, I don't know. Vincent's apartment, maybe he just has great decor skills, but it looks very like staged.
They be capping. Nobody apartment like that. They be. I mean, I feel
he must have went in and cleaned the mess up out there. It looks so nice.
Like it looked like her apartment. What her apartments look like.
Yes, absolutely.
And then she had the leaning TV. I thought that was funny.
But now she got her man. He gonna help her out.
She's like, I got me a little man now.
I'm fix my TV. I gotta do it by myself.
We can move on to
let's knock out Eric and Virginia.
Ugh.
Child, knock him out.
Let me know if we tweaking tonight. But does anybody else not like Eric and Virginia? Just me?
No.
Just us?
I don't think that they mesh well on any of the important.
No, I think the only things
of like the foundational things.
Yeah, the one thing I'm not sure if it was them or Clara and Ryan. It might have been Clara and Ryan, but this is like a theme of the show in general. A lot of people talk about like non-negotiables in marriages. And
Eric got some.
I think those are just stupid. Like
you can't do that. You can't come into a marriage with non-negotiables.
I think everything is negotiable to a certain degree. Yeah. There's no such thing as a that's like I just can't do that unless you're cheating or
yeah, stuff cool. like that. Okay, the basics we know, right?
But I think it was clear and right. I don't want to talk about it now, but they mentioned something. And he was like, "Yes, it's not negotiable." And it's just like
Eric be on that too about the
yeah, we can talk about
the friends and the guy friends and but, something else he said.
So I think Pastor Cal and Eric had the same message. It's all about delivery,
right?
So Pastor Cal was like, "I'm a married man, and if my wife was to be sleeping on another man's couch,
that would concern me.
That would something like that. Basically, he ain't having it, but." Not because I'm controlling, just because I care about my wife.
Right, and I need to, right.
That's two completely different things.
Versus Eric, I really I get what he's saying, but he gives me something like a vibe. He gives me something that's like off.
I think what's amplifying that vibe is that Virginia is so young and she gives you that child vibe.
Yeah.
So it's like this figure, this commanding figure compared to like this.
We gotta know, y'all. My eyes is real bad. I'm gonna have to lean in. Eric explained himself on Unfiltered. He said it came out wrong.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I just think
maybe it's the way that they edit.
That's always a part of it. And it's Virginia. I'm telling you, it's Virginia. It's because she gives off this.
She's young-minded too.
Very, and then I feel like she kind of saw it maybe what Pastor Cal was talking about. Maybe because of how.
But it ain't sink in.
I think it did.
You think
so?
Her
face was like, damn.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe I shouldn't be sleeping on these men's couches.
I mean, but to me, that's just...
She young-minded. You can't say it. So she's young-minded mixed with
That's her lifestyle?
That's her lifestyle mixed with this whole show, you're thrown in this marriage environment and you're not ready for this marriage environment. So her lifestyle, maybe as a single... woman, single, what was a frat girl, whatnot. Maybe you do build those relationships with those men, and maybe you do sleep on their couches every once in a while. Cool, you're single. You're married now,
and that's not sinking in.
I'm not saying saying you're married now is not saying you're controlled now. You're just you got to focus on another person and focus on what another person cares about.
Respect.
Yeah, there's a respect factor.
Yeah,
he's not saying that you're forbidding to lay on another man's couch. He's saying, as your husband,
I'm not okay with that.
That's all it is.
And as your husband, do you mind respecting that?
Can you respect it? You're asking me to respect you hanging out with all your friends and blah, blah, blah. Can I get the same respect of you not sleeping over your men friend's house?
Virginia needs a neutral person to explain the little things. Facts, because I don't feel like she would have gotten that from Eric. It just because he was saying it, but then I think because he's older, because he doesn't have the same lifestyle that she has, she was receiving it totally different. She was completely not receiving it from a husband that's possibly concerned, who may not be uncomfortable. She was receiving it you got some insecurities. You're trying to control me. This is my life. You need to figure out how to fit into this.
Yep. Those non-negotiables. I'm not going to stop hanging out with my friends. It's not that I want you to stop hanging out with your friends. There just has to be some give and take. And then she was mad about you want me to text you every time I get to a place. It's not. It's not that. I don't think.
And it's not. It sounds bad, right?
Yeah.
But. If I hit the mic, would I hear it?
It's okay.
Okay, sorry, y'all. But it's when I get to a place, I'll text you.
Yeah.
I also, when you get to if you're going into the city, and I be getting real paranoid, when you go into the city, I text you and be like, hey, let me know you make it there safely. I'm not controlling you. I'm not worried about who you ran into or whatever the case may be. Mm-mm. You literally just hit me up and be like, hey, made it safely. That's all it is. When you get married,
y'all doing life together.
Period.
So there's a certain amount of I have to make sure you're good.
You're good.
At all times.
We're one. Child, him out there. And,
I'm not checking up on you because I'm jealous about who you're with.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure you're okay.
You're good.
And she even said that she was she's like, oh, you thought I was dead in the ditch somewhere or something like that.
Possibly.
Yes. If you don't
let
me know that you went out 30, 40 minutes out towards the city or wherever you're going, and it's been a couple hours or whatever have you, and I know that you live a lifestyle in which you drink, that's another factor. You drink and stuff like that. Yes. I want to make sure you're decent.
You talking about I just love to drink and I get drunk. I can't check on you to make sure your drunk ass out on the side of the road.
Do you hear me?
That's annoying. It's called checking in, not permission. Yeah, it's just
it's
a checking in thing. It's
and
nothing.
Maybe we weren't there. Maybe Eric's tone was a little because he does have that. that ultimatum type thing. Like, no, I'm not. That's not going to roll with me. I can't. Or this whole, like, I've been in a marriage, so I know what it takes.
That's probably annoying too.
That's very annoying. And if you know what it takes, maybe you would have still been in the marriage. I don't know.
Maybe you might still be.
It takes two people, but I'm just saying you can't. He has to kind of let that go too, because you're in a new marriage with somebody different. This is gonna be different. So kind of take what you a little bits and pieces, but that whole I know what it takes. Yeah, that's kind of a bit much. And if he's coming to her with that energy, maybe that's why she's not receiving his marital advice on how things should go. Yeah,
because you could just tell that, like, what Pastor Kyle said hit completely different
than what he been probably saying for days now.
And it was very simple. Like, I'm a married man, I'm not going for my wife sleeping on another man's couch. Simple. Period. Cut and dry. Like, not because I'm controlling you, because I care about you.
Let me see.
I tried talking about that. Yeah. That's why Eric is freaking out. Y'all need to allow Eric to set boundaries. He knows how not
Virginia
to get burnt.
Virginia said she was formerly promiscuous.
I think so. Like, she mentioned it, I think. And I don't know. I'm not judging her, but you might get that vibe too. Sips a drink. Other than that, they didn't really talk about Virginia and Eric very much. Oh, they went to each other's houses. And Virginia was like, I don't think I can live here.
She's also like that. They're kind of one and the same. Because he's like hell-bent on, I'm not giving up my pilot career. I'm not doing this. She can't do this. She
give up that damn pilot career for that
house was nice. She was tripping. This just seems like a total bachelor pad. That house looked nice to me.
It was mature.
It was mature.
It was a mature house. It didn't really scream bachelor pad. It didn't. It just screamed 34-year-old.
Who has money, who invests in nice things and keeps his house together.
He literally had a chill room.
Even his chill room wasn't out of the ordinary. It was
a computer and a guitar and a desk chair.
So they're going to have to work through some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for it. I still got them making it.
You do?
Annoyingly. Yeah, I don't foresee, maybe something might happen, but right now, so far, it's looking like they might make it.
Okay.
Haley, what's her name? Jake from State Farm. They kind of started off a little rocky this episode. What's the name? Jake called her a liar.
Well, I actually am kind of on Jacob's side.
Yeah.
Because even though he's weird and doesn't know how to communicate
from the 80s,
he has no like charm or anything like that. Like,
man, I was talking to you about that. Yeah. It was like, so I'm not the most like I don't think me personally I have game, whatever that means. But I'm charming to a certain, like, if you don't have the game, you gotta have something else, and it's usually charm. And I don't think he has that either. It's like,
you got game.
I don't. I'm just like, I make people laugh. That's what I do. It's a charm
That's
thing.
part of that is
it's
charm.
I'm not about to, hey, girl. You know what I'm saying? What's up, girl? Like, that ain't me. So it's like, you kind of got to have something else. And I don't think he has either of the two.
Yeah. And yeah. But I'm kind of on his side because she kept on saying, like, I pulled away because you called me a liar. Well, he didn't call you a liar until after you lied. Or
and then, I don't know
withheld the truth.
Yeah, a white lie.
Did something shady. Right? You had been pulling back prior to you even going downstairs to the hotel and meeting up with everybody else except for your husband.
Yeah.
So he, I don't know if that was like a valid statement for her to say, like, I was pulling back because you blah, 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 blah. No.
Yeah, no, she still hasn't given him the reason as to why he pulled back. She's just been like, she keeps using this lie thing. And it's like, I didn't say that until after you
did that. Yeah. So that was confusing to me.
Danielle said, well, Jake went in. Yeah, Jake wasn't messing around. You a liar. We're not going to stay here because you're a liar. And then they apologized. And it seems like they're going on the right direction right now.
But that's the thing. She does not like him.
I don't think so.
I don't think she likes him.
Not yet. I think she could. I think it takes time. Like, when you're in a situation like that, I don't think they're going to be like, they're not going to have like that instant attraction. It's going to be like over time. Oh, he is kind of, cool.
Or I can see that. Yeah. Maybe.
But they only got 8-9 weeks. So.
And I don't know if it's fair for her to do that to him.
But then at the same time, it's like, I don't want to be mean to this dude. I don't want to be Chris.
True.
What
Maybe
do you
she's
do?
stuck between a rock and a hard place.
She is. I don't think she's attracted to Buddy. I just think.
Yeah,
I think she's still looking for it, which is fine. They just met.
Yeah.
Nope, she's very unattracted to him. Yeah, I don't think there's any physical attraction there. I think there's just two people in a situation that can potentially turn into attraction. I think there was an example of that on the show before, wasn't there?
It was the very first season with the host.
Yeah.
The host Jamie, and I don't know the
other they weren't attracted.
Name,
it just eventually
she did not physically like her husband, and they actually are happily married and have 2 kids now.
That's all it takes sometimes. It just takes time sometimes. So I think with time, they still have a chance. They're still boring. Still the most boring couple. I don't want to talk about them anymore. Anything else happened to them? They had the dog.
The dogs was turning up. The dogs was not meshing. Was that a sign? I don't know.
Man, you saw how thirsty he was.
That dog, it was like going in on the little dog.
Pooch.
I think. Let me see what my note was.
That dog was not going. He did not want another dog in the crib.
Troubles with the dogs. That's what I said.
Troubles with the dogs. That dog was not having it.
Oh, Jacob said that he thought she had a boyfriend or accused her of having a boyfriend.
Yeah.
He was just insecure.
He mentioned that he got some bad history or something like that.
That's all that was. Because, I mean, she was giving me like more I don't like you vibes versus I have a boyfriend. And maybe he was just trying to say that because he didn't want to deal with the fact that she might not like me, so instead of she doesn't like me, it's she probably has a boyfriend.
I agree, that's probably what that was.
Yep.
What about them? You got them making it or not?
Maybe
Still a maybe right now.
Maybe
I'm cool with that. I got a maybe for them too. Next is Clara and Ryan. Their story was decent today. I feel like everybody's story was kind of, again, this season, man,
this is probably I really don't like this season.
Nah, it's a drag. It's Chris and
we just got to the house. This is
episode 7. They just got to the house. Episode 7. It's Chris and Paige, and then everybody else is like, whatever. Vinny and Brianna is cool, but it's like I just don't care about everybody else. But anyway, Claire and Ryan, they went to each other's houses. I think surprisingly, like she said, Ryan was actually damn near not messy, but he's way more put together on the outside than he is on the inside.
That was actually a perfect description of what she's, how she put it.
I think that was damn near like a good sign for her to be like, damn, maybe I can fit in his life to a certain degree, because I'm not. Because when they first met, I think he mentioned like, I'm super tight or I'm super neat.
And she kind of said that she was messy, but when we went to her house, them drawers was together.
Tidy.
You could see all the t-shirt. How long it takes to fold up like that. So I think they could probably do a lot of give and take right there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah. So
let me see. Let me pull up my little note.
I think that's why I wrote the non-negotiable. Ryan said that he doesn't want her to be watching TV at night when he goes to sleep. That was his non-negotiable. Remember? She was like, he said he goes to sleep at like 10:30. Oh, I guess that's Camille's non-negotiable. But it's not that it's not. Sometimes Camille does like it to be pitch black at night.
More times than not.
Every once in a while, I'll turn TV on. Ain't the end of the world. He said non-negotiable. Like,
yeah, it's not non-negotiable, but 95% of the time I would prefer, because
which means it's negotiable.
I just don't want us to be exposed to all those EMFs.
Anywho, some things are just negotiable. Everything is negotiable to a certain degree. If you passed out and I just so happen to hit the power button on the remote, you're not gonna like freak out and wake up and matter of fact, I guess she is.
Look, you said it, not me. You said it, not me. You said it, not me. So, but yeah, they're gonna compromise on some stuff. I thought it was funny when Pastor Cal was like, when they were talking to him, and they was just like, "Oh, we ain't really been arguing like that or whatever." And he's just like, "Give it some time."
Give some time. Pastor Cal, man, he got some ism. He's just been there.
He's been there. He's been there. Like,
that's half the battle right there,
man.
Because I mean, everybody does think like, especially in this show, because it's so stupid. They think that like, y'all have known each other for 8 days, and it's like, yeah, everything is just so fine and perfect, and I don't think we'll ever argue. Yes, you will.
Yeah, you will.
About sometimes the dumbest of things, and it's going to happen. but it just all depends on how you shake back from those arguments. Granted, there are couples that don't argue very much. I think we're a couple that we don't argue very much. Even with that being said, I'm completely not. I'm not an argumentative person. And even with that being said, we still find ourselves in the pettiest of arguments sometimes. But it just depends on how you bounce back from those arguments and how you know.
He's also making her wait for sex.
Yeah.
From what I gather, she was like, I'm used to taking things much faster.
Yeah. She's trying to bust it.
Bust it.
And Ron's like, chill.
He said, nah, girl, let me get to know you.
Yeah, let me get to know you first.
So that was probably like the only notes I had on them.
And then Chris.
Lied. I lied. I'm sorry, babe. Clara was looking to him for confirmation on what to say when they were talking to Pastor Cal. And like Pastor Cal would ask a question and she would kind of like, before she answered, she was kind of like looking at him. And I kind of liked, I didn't see anything really wrong with that. I was just like, this is kind of like in a marriage. Like sometimes like you look at me and I'm looking at you and we both kind of looking at each other to like see what, are we on the same page before we start giving out our business?
Blurt out everything. Are we?
Yeah. So I thought that was like a nice little thing. Yeah.
I didn't peep that.
And I know some people might be like, well, is he telling her not to talk? Because you remember he was concerned.
But
I didn't really, I kind of got it, was just like, what we on, boo? We going to tell them that we be, because when he was asking about intimacy, she was just like, what we're doing, we do it very well. We're doing it good. So we're good. Yeah. You know? So I just.
That's growth.
I like how they on the same, you know.
So far, I like them too so far. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Claire and Ryan.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris and Paige.
Drop the coin. Drop a dime on.
You can start. I'm damn near tired about talking about Chris and Paige.
Because the reality is that Paige and Chris are still together. That's the reality.
You think so?
That's the reality of the situation.
They probably are. Chris is trash.
But before we talk about that, y'all know I be doing my little research on the YouTube streets. Okay, now. And word on the street is Chris was engaged to somebody before he was engaged to this person before Paige. So he's been engaged twice, right? And I don't know if y'all like familiar with like the Heather Lindsay, like the Pinky Promise, that whole little situation. Basically, people that are well known, Chris was associated with and affiliated with. And that was his first engagement. And then whatever happened. They have a whole YouTube video explaining it. She talks about the breakup with Chris. It? I did not watch it because I felt bad for the girl. But the video is like overcoming a broken engagement. And then it's led by the Heather Lindsay woman or whatever. So that was his first, apparently, allegedly.
Danielle said, no, he's been engaged 3 times. Danielle said, no, I got multi-sis.
Girl, Danielle, enlighten me.
3 times.
See, that's what, okay. So that confirms it. Thanks, Danielle. She says it's 3 times. And then this last girl. So that was the first thing. But I don't know.
I just don't. He's just annoying.
And so then to me, that made me feel like, well, did you really want to get married or was this like a TV thing?
It was a TV thing. And then he's going to whisper in their ear and talk about
don't. Babe, he is the worst. He is the absolute worst. And it goes back to that toxic faith. Oh, my man is in the church, but this is how they act.
Hold on, Danielle got all the tea. And he's in Mexico right now with the last one.
Oh my
So they
gosh.
not together. Your prediction not right.
Dang.
Thank God. But I don't.
Dang. Okay. Well, let's work through it. Let's just work through it, y'all. Let's work through it. First, he goes back to Chicago. So instead of going back home, they didn't even move. He went back to Chicago. And then Paige says this. I thought him going to Chicago was a good thing, so because he was going to go there to reflect.
No, Paige, he's going back to his ex.
You thought your new husband going to an entire different state
was going to be
and not moving in with you so he could reflect on what y'all had. Like the way that she puts pieces together and lines them up, I can't quite follow.
No, Paige is, again, when the show first started, she was victim. Now she's just silly. It went from victim to you're just being silly at this point, Paige. then they had the so that happened. He goes back to Chicago. Then he comes back, and then they have the conversation where they cut off the audio, but Chris tells her that he
wants to go back to his ex.
Go back to his ex. I think I'm still in love with my ex.
That's how he talking.
I think I'm still in love with my ex.
He be doing this weird, like, want to laugh but not smile, want to laugh, smile thing with his face.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. Oh, and then what happened after that? I think Chris leaves, and then they move on to Pastor Cal and Paige. Pastor Cal, ex Paige. So are you guys still having sex, or what was that?
After Paige broke down the entire situation.
He
didn't find me attractive. We had sex. He told me about the baby mama. He told me this. He said this. He left here. He went to Chicago. But we've been intimate.
Every single day.
But then when she explained herself, she said because it was a duty.
You believe that?
I do. As strongly as Paige has put her all into, like, marriage, you know, she probably thought, like, literally on their first night, when you traditionally on your first night of the marriage,
but ain't nothing about this traditional.
In Paige's mind, it don't matter how she got there. This is still a marriage.
That's so silly.
That's some things she got to work with and undo. She got to rewire some stuff.
That's a mental thing. It's like you said at the wedding, she said she felt like something was off.
She did.
If you feel like from her mouth, if you feel like something is off, then there should be no sexual relations that night or the next morning.
So then this is like another thing where it's kind of sad. So that means no matter what this man does, I'm going to kind of take. Basically. Because we're married.
Basically. Paige is setting herself up for failure. That's the foundation of her. That's her mindset in marriage. No matter what, we will work something out. If he cheats, it's cool. We married. Another kid is alright. I've been there before. What she say?
Yeah, I've been in relationships. Yeah, I've been in relationships with men that have had kids or whatever, and that is the foundation of her marriage is that she comes last. The respect for her comes last. Boundaries come last because they're married. Yep. They're married. But what she fails to realize is all those things make up a marriage. She's willing to let go of respect and this and all that, humility for a marriage. And this is just a title, boo. This is the marriage, the respect, the boundaries, the humility, the such and such, him coming home to you, him protecting you, him loving you and caring for you. Boo, that's a marriage. Not no titles or no vows that you said 7 days ago. The marriage is the day-to-day stuff and the commitment and all that. And I don't think it's a disconnect.
Huge disconnect.
I mean, baby, it's a disconnect.
Huge, like.
Child.
I can't even begin.
That blew my mind when she was just like him going to Chicago to reflect on us. Is that what he told you? That sounded like that's
I don't even think he went to Chicago either. He just went to dip on production to go spend time with the ex. Probably so.
Period.
Probably so.
Because he's fed up with production because he's looking a hot mess.
Yeah. I think he knows it too. Even, I don't know. Chris is one of those.
Weird.
He's weird.
He's like them people that want attention.
He comes back and he clearly I don't know if he came in late again. I don't know if that's production.
That's true. But he came back in there like
everything was cool. Hi guys.
It's kind of like the class clown in your class, and then when they come back from like detention, they walk in, they kind of like smirking and kind of like what is wrong with you?
He's terrible. And then Pastor Cal, shout out to Pastor. Pastor Cal's the homie. Pastor Cal be giving it to him straight.
Mm-hmm. Even when he was talking to Paige.
Yeah, to a certain degree. I feel like he caught her a little bit.
He probably felt bad for her.
Probably feels bad for her. I hope his feeling bad is genuine because they legit did like screw Paige up.
I hope that they also. Oh, I said Paige need a refund. That was one of my notes.
Yeah, she do.
I said Paige needs a refund.
She better kept her receipt because
she better kept her receipt,
bruh. Because that's not fair what they did to Paige. If y'all did that on purpose and y'all was really on some like this might help some ratings and reviews, that is petty. Because clearly Chris was not ready for anything that he said he was ready for. Y'all should have been able to see that like from day one. Unless
he deserves, is it a Stellar or whatever, an Oscar?
Denzel, because he must have put on a good act. Because that is sad. Like she legit got the short end of the stick, and it looked like it's about to continue. I don't.
And out of everybody there, I mean, Brianna wanted to be married. I mean, I don't want to compare, but Paige was really dedicated to the process.
Too much.
Right. To a fault. She was just, so to see that she didn't get really, this is what she got out of it. And like I said, she's still with him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not still with him, still connected to him. And if he called, she will come. That's just my thoughts. Because even when like he did that little corny whispering in her ear,
you can see it in her face.
She was just like, again.
Tonight?
The relations must be good.
Maybe. Chris must be slanging that thing.
I don't know what's happening. Because I'm like, and I feel like he was whispering for a long time in her ear.
I hate the way he leaned over. It was very funny.
It was like, I don't know. And I don't like talking about people, but Chris, he makes it easy.
It makes my skin crawl.
Oh my gosh. And like when she told us like what he said, he's afraid of like, you know, if he falls in love with me. How is he afraid of that when he just told you that he's gonna go back to his ex to be with them and start a family? But he's telling you what you want to hear. I can't be with you because I don't want to fall in love with you, girl. So now you afraid of falling in love with me, but yesterday you wasn't attracted to me? Which one is it?
Hot or cold? I ain't been hot or cold, Pascal. That's exactly what.
That's exactly what. What's wrong with you?
The epitome of hot and cold is exactly what you are. You tell Paige when you meet her, I don't think I'm attracted to you. Y'all have sex. Again, I don't think I'm attracted to you. A few days later, I can see myself falling in love with you. Next day, I think I'm going back to my ex. I think I'm still in love. That is the epitome
of hot and cold. And he didn't understand that.
No, in one ear, not the other.
He don't understand that. So then I'm like, well, where's the disconnect here? Like, are you for real, or are you just trying not to admit that you are wrong? Do you really not see, like, because if you don't really see, then that's a problem that maybe he needs to work through.
No, I think they're both just mentally like something's missing, because Paige, Chris is Chris.
Right.
We get that, but Paige allowing Chris to be Chris
is
a whole nother issue in itself. Because her energy the night before, I'm done with all this. I'm fed up, you know, and the next day, you letting her whispering sweet nothings in your ear, and you like, oh, okay, maybe so. Is this ever gonna be over? That's what she said on the confessional.
Is this ever gonna be over? What more do you need, Paige? What do you mean? Is this ever gonna be over? He didn't told you he wanted a divorce.
Not with that attitude. It's not ever gonna be over. Y'all gonna be back and forth for a minute with that attitude.
The man told her he wanted a divorce. So what?
Talking about looking up divorce lawyers and everything. So it's like.
So you did that, but then gonna whisper in her ear, I'm afraid of falling in love with you. That is so manipulative.
Did they show anything about them in the previews?
Yeah, he's asked her to meet up with him and his fiance, his ex-fiance, whatever she is. Why? For what? We not married. I'm not planning on taking care of your child. You ain't got to include me on the co-parenting situation. Yes. So what we need to, if we're divorced,
we're gone.
This ain't none of my concern.
Nope.
Would you need a...
I don't know. That's all I got on Chris and Paige. You got anything else? I'm done talking. I don't say I'm done talking about them because we're going to keep doing these reviews.
I said they had relations after. They had sex that night.
Same night?
Oh,
probably so.
He left that parking lot and called her.
You know,
he probably also told her because he sounded like he was like whispering in her ear longer than what she told us he said. Yeah. He probably was like, let's try this without the cameras. He probably done told her a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it's really the cameras. The cameras all up in my business. It's production. It's blah, blah, blah. Let's just try this just me and you thing without. I'm telling y'all.
Toxic. Again, like I said, that's all I got on Chris and Paige. And I guess that's everybody.
He didn't stress me out.
Man. Are we out of here?
We gotta be.
We're out of here.
We out of here, guys.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Mm-hmm. Danielle, appreciate you for showing love and staying for the whole.
Thank you so much
for the whole thing.
We appreciate it.
We'll be back next week. Hopefully these episodes get better.
I know because
these 2 hours are stressful. Like,
ain't nothing happening. It's too much. It's
stress. They need 2 hours is just too long.
It's been a tough season.
Anything look good next week?
No.
Damn. All right. Well, we'll be back next week. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll catch y'all later, man. Hope y'all have a good night,
Bye,
good
guys.
week. See y'all later.